Alright people, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification. That way you'll know when I upload the next video and you'll be supporting my channel. Follow me on Twitter. Every time I upload a new video, I'll be tweeting. Ladies and gentlemen, and this is Recettear review. Capitalism whole merchants that isn't trademark, but the channel says intact. It is not from the benevolence of the butcher, the brewer, or the baker that we expect our dinner, but from their regard to their own interest. Okay, Adam Smith. This is okay. So this comment suggests that this game is about bargaining and shit. I don't know. I've never seen a review about things like that from the Seth, so it's gonna be fun. Let's watch it. Remember, if you like my Rickson, don't forget to subscribe. Check out the Recettear. There's a link in the description. Check out the cards with the cards, and yeah, let's watch it.
Hey people, Seth here. Have you ever watched one of those sad documentaries about the living conditions of sweatshop workers in Thailand and thought to yourself, those poor people, they make products that sell for hundreds, yet they earn a single dollar for their labor. That's terrible. Those workers are clearly overpaid. I'd pay them half. Then I've got exactly the game for you. Recettear, released in 2007 and translated from Mandarin Chinese in 2010. On the surface, Recettear is a game about the true merchant experience of being a professional shill. As such, it resonates strongly with my own personal belief and culture. Instead of being a random, adventuring schmuck that risks their own life and limb to put bread on the table, you play as a child that risks their very soul by venturing into the most dangerous, cutthroat, and oppressive arena of all, the arena of business. However, beneath the surface, Recettear is also a social commentary on whether or not it's ethically acceptable to hold a child financially responsible for her father's debt. Spoiler, in this world, yes, we absolutely can. Now, get to work. Story. The story is very simple. Recette has a father who took a huge loan from the Rothschilds in order to finance his item shop without first reading the...
Alright, I'm not gonna lie, I like this story so far. This is unique. Never seen a game like this. Basically, your whole thing is being something like a merchant or focused on economy and trading basically, but there is a story behind it. Like your father was in debt, now that debt carries over to you, what to do now, and all the moral dilemmas behind it, like it's a child, should you do this, do not. The concept is so great that if they do it right, it's incredible, because I've never seen a game who does this.
Fine print or the terms and conditions. Realizing that he has no way of making repayment, he does what most absent fathers do. He heads out of town looking for Coke Vanilla and is never seen again. Immediately after, a loan shark appears. As you figured out from the title, Tyr is the secondary companion in Recettear, and from day one has psychologically engineered Recette into a state of Stockholm Syndrome, thinking that she is somehow friends with her debt repayment supervisor, who is a fantastic, genuine, and warm person, who is entirely ready to throw a child on the street if she doesn't make those deadlines. But don't worry, there's a generous amount of time to settle your debt, an entire calendar month. As such, you have an increasingly high loan to repay each week, or you get evicted and die in poverty. Welcome to capitalism. Gameplay. Recettear is a high-speed simulation of a capitalist dream or the capitalist nightmare, depending on your personal ability and genetic factors. For each day, you have a finite resource. It's called time, and there's 4 blocks of time in each day. How you spend it is pivotal to your...
Oh god, this is so fucked up, right? In the game, you can feel the pressure. Oh no, I have to make payment every single week. This is ridiculous.
Success. Grabbing inventory from a local merchants guild takes a block. Opening the store for business takes a block. Hiring some schmuck to steal loot from the dungeon takes 2. Also, he might not come back. Everything in Recettear is measured risk and reward. Your only objective is to pay off a damn loan shark, but you can approach that objective in any way you see fit. Every day is completely randomized, and you can't predict what happens next on the free market. The invisible hand of a free market is told to you through news bulletins bulletins, which, to paraphrase, sound like this. Valuable material prices have stabilized. Weapon prices are up. Oh, and also, there's a race riot happening in the north. The news in this game is amazing. These bulletins take place.
Okay, let's be honest. Every time we play something like Skyrim or any action RPG, first thing we do is, I guess, focus on bargaining and, merchant area of things. Because anytime we play an open world game like that, first thing we do is try to get as rich as we can, right? So a game solely, focused on the, merchants, economic, barter trade element of it, and in detail. I like this concept because I've never seen a game like this. Like I said before, this is incredible. You have to focus on the rising prices and shit. You have to make sure you don't, lose money, right? Make profit, because now you have to make payments every week that are going to keep increasing, I guess. And people are actually coming to collect money.
Every morning, but they can trigger any time and force a rapid change in your sales strategy. Let's say a news report comes in that the local harvest has failed completely. Food prices are up and people are getting desperate. How can we help? Well, we buy the remaining food supplies, put them on display, and sell them back to the people for a reasonable price. Of course, you can't put a price on feeding your family, can you? But, I can. 260% of the base value. Thank you for your business. You don't have an alternative. Other times, you can have a complete lapse of judgment. Buying a commodity in bulk.
Damn, this reminded me of, I don't know which story was that. From World War II, basically, in Germany, right? People basically took all their savings, every money they had, just to buy a fucking bread. And even that wasn't enough because of all the fucking issue that was happening.
And selling it in high numbers will crash the market. Prices hit rock bottom, and until they correct, you better have a backup plan, or you're going to be evicted. The act of being a merchant in Recettear is a very personalized experience. You put something on display, you attract a certain kind of clientele. For example, a man haggles much less than a woman. I can easily upmark his purchases to 125% without a single complaint. But the moment I dare charge a housewife 120%, she will immediately haggle me down to 110, despite the fact that women have twice the disposable income to spend compared to men. What did they mean by this? Honey, I had to purchase this Buddha statue for $5,000 because it just fit into the decor of our room. Yes, I know food prices have doubled. That's why I took your Fredo bar you were hiding from me under the bed and sold it for $500. Small children are also equally baffling. They go into a bookstore, browse the selection, and then ask me if I have any food. Each successful transaction results in a tiny drop of merchant experience. This is worthless. The only way to level up is stringing together as many transactions as physically possible, allowing you to become a truly powerful merchant until you become semi-successful, and then this bitch shows up. She'll try to scam you with insane prices, and if you don't take it, she'll break your entire combo. Urea? More like urea, because she's an incarnation of human waste. As your merchant levels increase, your options expand.
Oh god, this is awesome. So there's this whole game inside where you have to barter, bargain and shit, right? I mean, I thought Witcher 3 had a bargaining system which was kind of annoying. If you don't know when to stop, basically they're just like, fuck it, now I'm gonna pay you 100, not more. So I guess this is just turned all that up to 11, right? This is incredible. I don't know how to check this game out. I like this whole bartering and merchant type of thing inside games. And this looks complex, man. All the prices going up and down.
And the game gets increasingly more complex. You can customize the appearance of your store to attract different customers. You
Holy
can expand
shit.
the store to hold more items on display. You can fuse dungeon items together for less money, but exponentially more time. You can have customers sell you their garbage for garbage prices. You can agree to take advance orders from customers, only to forget about it until they come screaming the next day. You can even automate the whole process by replacing your entire store with vending machines, eliminating unnecessary human contact and streamlining the process of hands exchanging money. Who needs social distancing when our employees are unpaid, unfeeling golems whose only purpose is to serve you watermelon at competitive prices? Now, it is traditionally believed that you can't finish this.
Oh god, imagine somebody who actually owns a shop plays this game, right? Who hates automation, obviously. Because automation is ruining everything, right? Ruining people's jobs, ruining local shops and things like that. And imagining them playing this and eventually come to realization like, okay, putting vending machine is clearly way forward, and puts the vending machine there, and then realize, what the fuck am I doing? I'm killing my own thing here. This game is incredible, man.
This game by staying in town. Bullshit. I finished the game in 2 days of play, and I didn't even need the dungeon. All I needed was some interior decoration. Turns out the best customer is your own business rival, because holy shit, she buys everything for 150%. Alouette, you are my MVP. For everyone else, you might have to go into the dungeon. My condolences, because the dungeon is not very good. You go inside, kill monsters, and open chests. Very often, they don't contain items. They contain something to fuck you over in a variety of different ways. Each time you get hit, your main character screams. This happens often, so get used to it. Often, you'll stay in a dungeon until you find something of value to justify spending your time in this god-awful place, which is filled with all manner of fantasy creatures we know and love, such as vegetable, animal, and of course...
Seriously, at this point, you'll be like, I could have stayed back home at the shop and sold a candy 4 times its price to some kid, and yet I wasted my time here. I need to find something valuable. I would be like that too. Like, I would not leave this shit until I found something valuable.
Tentacle. I fucking hate the dungeon. But it's the only place where ingredients drop, and you need these to make fusion items. Some examples are toothpicks, cotton balls, and bat wings, which can be used to make soup. Honestly, anything you encounter down here is not dangerous. They're benign and completely harmless. Imagine...
One thing I realized that there's a reason why any action games don't have economical elements put into this, like this game, right? I mean, one guy's a merchant, like, you want me to do what? Go to a dungeon and fight what? I'm a merchant. I know sales and, sales and everything like that, right? I know how to sell shit. I know how to overprice things. I know how to keep my eyes on economy, how things go up and down. You want me to go fight in a cave? Come on, man. I have to sell some shit, otherwise their prices will drop tomorrow. I like how there's an entire element of being a shop owner and being a businessman. At the same time, you can go to a fucking cave and fight things.
Imagine robbing the elderly. You wouldn't call them monsters, would you? They're more like walking loot dispensers. Yeah, just cut this part of the script out. Once you get their business card, the adventurers do get better. The dungeon, however, does not. It is the same randomly generated grid, copy-pasted several hundred times. But Seth, there's boss fights. Correct. They take about the same amount of time to kill as vegetables. I implore you, become a better merchant today. If not for the love of money, then from the deep existential fear of having to go through the equivalent of Dante's Inferno and the 9 circles of hell just to come back with a fucking back scratcher. Recettear is a very charming little...
You should have used that Family Guy thing. but butt scratcher, I don't know what that was with Peter Griffin. You should have used that one.
Title, and it's quite different from the rest. I find the act of shilling endlessly to be very relaxing, and I think you will too. Even when you finish the main story, there's still more content. It's not much, but endless mode lets you experience everything you missed without time constraints. There's a lot of little side stories. Yes, they are wholesome and endearing, but I'm just here for the money. Also, don't stay on the main menu or your ears are going to bleed. If you're a masochist, you can play the Dante Must Die difficulty mode, Survival Hell, where the debt never truly ends. It only keeps increasing until you're financially crushed.
Oh my god.
Also, all your progress is gone.
Oh my god, there's a feature for that. Holy shit. This is like American student loan, right? It will just keep going up. This is incredible, man. I like this game's whole element, how system works. I mean, other games, major gigantic AAA games should use elements like this in the game, in the open world RPG game. It would make more realistic, right? I mean, I thought this is just going to be some stupid, shop owner just, talking with each other and transaction kind of a bullshit that would be just repeating. No, but there is a whole element to it. How things go up and down, prices rise. You can decorate a shop different way that attracts different customers. That is some next level shit.
Good luck. I give Recettear a 10 out of 10 years ago, back when this game was still relevant. I still play it sometimes to relive my ancestry, so I thoroughly recommend it. Unfortunately, the game never goes on sale. Correction, the game is currently on sale, and $15 for something older than the average Pyrocynical subscriber is unreasonable. Thus, I strongly encourage you to use a VPN and buy the game in Argentinian pesos, which converts roughly to about $3. Also, I'm proud to announce that that I'll be streaming on DLive for the next month. How? Why? Because the Trump of cryptocurrency has bought out the platform, and he made me an offer I couldn't refuse. That's 4 streams of 2 hours, once a week, each Saturday, at the following times. Come and hang out. It'll be fun. We are literally the second biggest stream besides PewDiePie, because we actually have a script. As always, more content to come, so stay
There you go. Oh my god, this game was so good. I did not expect it to be so good. I don't know how to explain this, but every time I play any RPG type of game, any open world game, even the fucking Stalker, I try to find some merchant type of element into it. Like, is there some kind of a bartering system? Can I make profit somehow early on before I do anything, right? Can I become rich early on? You even do that shit in Skyrim. If you sell enough things, inflation hits, every price is drops, right? Everything you sold. So I like how there is an actual game who basically goes into detail with these things. Like, you're debt ridden, right? If depending on difficulty, your debt will constantly go up and up, right? You have to make profit now. You're on a timer. Yeah, they actually put timer on you. Like, you have a month now, and there's actually a date showing on top of it. You have to make profit, right? In the shop, you can't fuck things up. You have to be better at bargaining. Your merchant level will go up. People will come trying to fuck with you, right? This is so good, man. I didn't realize it. Alright people, that was Recettear review, Capitalism Ho. If there is a game who does things like this right, it's this one, because I've never seen other game who even come close to this. This is my channel Sets in Tech. If you like my reaction, don't forget to subscribe, check out the reaction, there's a link in the description, check out the cards, check out the cards, and yeah, I'll see you next time.